every election starts with the integrity of the voter register. That means the voter register is very important and the foundation for every credible election. Now, the national election cycle in our nation, Nigeria, is around the corner. Arrangements and preparation leading to these statutory stipulations are in top gear. Now, in order to facilitate the process, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is recently doing a lot to ensure a seamless, credible, and fair election through several innovations, especially in the area of voter verification, accreditation, and the portal for result viewing direct from the polling unit, in line with the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. Now, in pursuance of the foregoing, INEC on the 13th day of November 2022, in consonant with Section 19, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, published the voter register in the local government areas and political wards for public scrutiny at every registration area across Nigeria. It's against this background that we, Saving Our Votes, a coalition of INEC registered civil society organizations, set out to Plateau State, which is made up of 17 local government areas, on the 23rd day of November 2022, to see, observe, and discover for ourselves the state of affairs and level of preparation and readiness of INEC to deliver a credible election come 2023. Over the years, many electoral commissions in Africa have seen the Independent National Electoral Commission as an institution to learn from in the conduct of good elections and election management. But in recent times, our democracy have been epileptic with several records of malpractices leading to negative publications in social and international media, discrediting the entire electoral process that has been painstakingly built over time. Now, our areas of concern as a group, as we approach 2020 general election, are these. One, the integrity or otherwise of our national voter register, even as we discovered in the case of Plateau State, that the voter register is replete with massive underage persons, including persons that are below the age of 5. And of course, we have evidence to that effect, which you see here, right here. And then again, we saw there were multiple registrations that are bound in specific cases like in Wase local government area, Kanam local government area, Kanke, Jos North, and Sharabuntu in Riom local government area. We have, of course, evidence of that also here, which we also have submitted to the EOs in their very local government areas. Also, the INEC Form EC3, which is directly concerned or connected to the grounds of objection and inclusion of names in a register of voters, has no provisions for objection based on double or multiple registration. Whereas the online version of the self-same form, which deals with the very issue, contains such. This is noticeable or notable because the grounds of punitive sanctions under the provision of the Electoral Act 2022. 4. Our claims and objections in pursuant of Section 19, subsection 2, 3, and 4 of the Electoral Act 2022, including printed evidence, were submitted to the EO, that's the electoral officers, in the affected local government areas for onward transmission to the REC for action in consonant with Section 4 of the Electoral Act, which says we must submit to the EOs, and then from there they move it up to the REC for him to take action. 5.
Section 19.
We call on INEC to clean up voters register in Plateau State, and of course in Nigeria as a whole, because if we could discover this in Plateau, there's a possibility that there are also such cases in other states across Nigeria. Now, while we applaud the technological advancement in the electoral process, INEC should find solution to creating a seamless process for PVC collection, as the present process is not as effective as required. Now, a lot of people have been having challenges collecting their PVCs. I'm sure INEC is working on that. Hopefully, they'll come up with maybe a better way after the retreat that is ongoing for the RECs in Lagos just now. 3. The Nigerian police and other security agencies, in synergy with INEC, should be vigilant and alert in checkmating possible attempt by cyber criminals to hack the INEC server as we engage in electronic transmission of results. Of course, we know that it might be difficult to hack pictures, but then we still have to be careful, we still have to be vigilant and alert. 4. We call on politicians to recalibrate their mindset, knowing that leadership is a trust for selfless service. It is not something you do for yourself is for the people. Service for the people, and politics is the game that produces such leaders. We want to say that politicians should stop seeing politics as a do-or-die affair and discourage violence being perpetrated by their followers. 5, the Nigerian judiciary and politicians should be informed, because a lot of them are not truly aware that the BVAS has broken the thuggery and ballot snatching jinx and has ended massive thumb printing. Hence, they need to stop trying to manipulate our electoral process. They should be able to take our election as it comes, let every vote count accordingly. 6, we say that all electoral stakeholders should advocate for judicial reforms and a review of the powers of the Election Petition Tribunal and courts pre- and post-election. We also believe that sanitizing the judiciary will largely reduce the number of upturned and rerun elections emanating from the influence of politicians. Because when this rerun election takes place, it costs so much to INEC to come and do rerun elections and all of that. So we want to believe that politicians will adhere to this as we move into 2023. 7, in order to gain the confidence of the electorate, INEC should look into the composition and integrity and credibility of the ICT personnel in the department, as this is necessary in a technology-driven election moving forward. 9, we use the opportunity to appreciate Mr. President Muhammad Buhari, for demonstrating his commitment to leaving behind a legacy of credible election in Nigeria by signing into law the 2022 Electoral Act, which is truly bringing sanity to our electioneering process. Finally, in the words of Thomas Jefferson, and I quote, "We do not have government by the majority. Rather, we have government by majority who participate in the process, in the electoral process." We hereby encourage every eligible voter in Nigeria to participate in the electioneering process by collecting their PVCs and voting to make sure their vote counts. We encourage Nigerians to go beyond coming out to vote, but also to monitor post-election proceedings in order to foster continued accountability of our public office holders as we move forward. Thank you very much for your time. God bless Nigeria. We are a registered civil society organization with INEC, and like if you read in our press release just now, we submitted, according to the Electoral Act, we submitted our claims and objections to the electoral officers at the local government level for onward submission to the RECs, the Regional Electoral Commission. That's what the law says. And we've done that, even giving them evidence, including the forms EC 3, 4, and yeah, we submitted all of that to them. And then when we came back to Abuja here, we have also done a letter to the INEC chairman, which we submitted yesterday, and we believe that we are waiting to get response from them. Concerning whether INEC will be able to deliver a free, fair, and credible election come 2023, I want to say that INEC is doing everything within its powers. Under the present leadership of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, I and my team here can tell you clearly that they have upped the game. They have really brought improvements to the electioneering process. And Professor Mahmoud Yakubu as a person is committed to leaving a legacy that will stand the test of time and will make our democracy truly credible, truly an envy of the world. So I believe that 2023 will be better than 2019 because the BVAS is going to be applied and there will be direct viewing of results from the polling unit by every Nigerian, everybody can see it. We choose, first, as civil society organizations, what we normally do is that we send what we call long-term and short-term observers into the field. Now, for us, we work with a group they call ANUPA, Association of Nigerian University Professional Administrators. Okay, they are in every state, federal and private universities across Nigeria. So when the results were pasted, what we did was we tell our staff, look into it and see where there were discrepancies. And incidentally, they came up with these areas. And the case of Plateau was a case of concern because we saw high numbers there. I think an estimate of about 6,640-something estimated cases of underage voting, and approximately maybe 84,000 as it is. Yes, as it is. So that's what we're looking at. Yes. But we believe that the INEC chairman, they will look at really fixing all of this. That's the purpose of what we're doing, is to tell them that, come, this is what we've discovered, and go ahead and fix it so that our voter register will become credible. Don't forget, I quoted the INEC chairman in the first instance. He says the credibility of every election starts with the integrity of the voter register. And I know that he will do everything within his powers to make sure we get our voter register cleaned, for a proper election as we move forward. We don't belong to any political party. Okay, we are non-partisan. What we're doing is a civil society job. Our own is to discover where there are discrepancies, amplify them, talk to the right authorities, and make sure these things are fixed. So we have discovered it, and this is what we are doing. Like we rightly said, in Imo State, this was discovered, and it has been amplified. So we are doing our own part as civil society. We are not connected to any political party.
Okay, but do you have the hope of also, taking a leap from that reputation to see if it is also right or wrong? Do you have hope of going to Imo State to also investigate?
Let's see, because of the time. That is why you see we could only go to judge. See, the time frame, the electoral outcome with time frame for every activity. Remember they say 14 days from the day you pay to the day you get your claim and adjudication submitted. So which has already elapsed. It has already elapsed. So we're just doing this. We've done this for the world to see, for INEC to see that these things are there. And so they need to do something about it. And I believe they're going to do something about it.